Got a kid who may or may not have ADHD, and you're trying to figure out what else you can do to help them do better. That's why I made this video, is to give you 6 different categories of drug-free things you can do to help them perform better and reduce your frustration. And you know, as a child, I think I thought it was funny when I was frustrating to my mom or my teacher. Like, I can remember when I was 6 or 7 years old and my mom had my hearing tested, and when she found out that I could hear just fine, she was really mad at me. Of course, I probably thought that was funny. I still do. Sorry, Mom. She's going to say, "You dirty rat." I've created this video to give you some ways to teach your child some thinking skills and to give you a little more inside-out understanding of what makes your kid tick, so that you can improve the quality of life a little bit every day and teach your kid a few skills that will hopefully make life for him a little bit better every day. Because if you think about it, if you can learn something that makes you a little more effective every day, what is that worth? Called metacognition, which is the ability to think about what you're thinking about. And that's really important. If you don't have any metacognition, if you don't have the brain skill to think about what you're thinking about, then you won't notice that what you're doing doesn't fit in the context. You won't notice when your brain is daydreaming. Period of time, we're going to find that the person's working memory is actually stronger. And so, to me, this just makes so much sense. Why wouldn't we be teaching these brain skills? But it's a hard sell. We're talking about taking 15 minutes out of your day every day. That is hard for most parents to do. In the schools, they feel so much pressure to teach academics, they don't feel like they can teach executive function. It's a really good job, Adam, of not interrupting. I like the way you're working on that for me. You can be patient and not do what you want to do. So we want to teach them that they can, they will, and they do, and we want to build that skill. We want to scaffold. We want to build it a little bit. Kids with ADHD, there's pretty much just right now what happens next, and that's it. If you say at the end of the week, you might as well say, if you make all A's until you're 18, then I'll buy you a Ferrari. That's, you know, next week, 3 years, 30 years, that's all the same to somebody with ADHD. They're pretty much in right now. So here's the trick. The trick is, I don't actually ever give the kids any sad puppies, okay? And they hardly ever figure this out. So instead of giving sad puppies, I can say, you know, it takes a variety of strategies. There is no one thing that's always going to work. We got to be ready to be flexible and change things up for these children. But if we can keep ourselves on the positive side, if we can understand this principle that whenever we see a behavior, we've always got a choice. We can be negative. We can say, "Adam, why aren't you in your seat? How come you don't follow the rules? How many times do I have to tell you that? I'm so tired of reminding you." Well, guess what? If it's a kid like me who put snakes in Mrs. Hefty's desk and cut the cords to the headphones, I'm going to get you back for that. All right? That is not going to get my best performance. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be hurt. I'm going to be, you know, caught up in this in my own head. It's not going to help me do better. It's going to work a lot better if you say, "Brad, you know what, you're a really good kid, but that's not what I'm looking for. I need you to come back over here to your seat. And as soon as you finish that, then I'll let you make a trip to the library to go check out some of those science you wanted." You know, if we can be like that, because you're such a smart kid, and I know you're working really hard at learning to do what I ask and keep yourself still even though it's hard, and I really appreciate the way you've been working at that. You know, if we can find ways to nurture the child's heart and soul this way, you're going to get a much better result. In conclusion, my hope is that you'll feel some hope.